students, we will start the third week of lecture from now on. In the third week, learning centers on the contents related to system development. The main topics to be learned in this lecture are as follows. Recognize the importance of system development. Understand the system development cycle. Understand the system development process. Section 1, System Development. We study scientific method of system development. Scientific method used to find the answer to a wide range of information flow problems. Regeneration of result, accuracy of the result, efficient use of time and effort, planning for activities, deliverability of results. The sequence of scientific methods we think problem recognition. Problem recognition is analyze the cause before solving the problem. Quantitative representation of the problem. Analysis, result selection, and alternative selections. And implementation of the technique. Next, evaluation and optimization of results. We review structure system analysis. First step, planning phase. Second step, analysis phase. Third step, design phase. Fourth step, implementation phase. Fifth steps, install and maintenance. Now we study plan step. It is a fundamental step in understanding why an information system should be built and deciding what the project team will do to build it. First, program launch. This step to understand the business value of the system to be completed and set targets for how effective it will be to cut costs and increase sales. System requirements summarize business requirements. Determining whether to develop an information system by analyzing technical, economic, and organizational feasibility. And then project management. Project managers create work plans and build project teams in order to help control and progress the project in the development process. Various technologies are introduced to help. The second phase is analyze phase. The process of finding answers to who used the system, what the system should do, and when and where to use the system. Analysis strategy establishment. Analysis and problems of the current systems. Design direction of new system. Next, demand gathering. Gather requirements through interviews or surveys. Helps to develop the concept of a new system. Prepare the system proposal by combining the analyzed content with the system concept and model. We make a document. A third step is design phase. These steps to determine how the system works. Design strategy establishment. Strategies for design work. Whether the system will be developed by in-house programmers or outsourced. Whether to buy a software package. Develop. Architecture design is developed an architecture design that represent the system's hardware, software, and network infrastructure. Data design, that is a process for creating system specifications, designing data and where to store, and designing database and files. Next step is implementation steps. These steps to actually build the system. Important, very important. This step is very important because this step is the longest and the cost of the development process is high. Implementation steps consist of system construction and the system installations and support plan. System construction is build steps to test if the system is implemented as designed. System installation, existing system and newly developed systems are replaced. Stabilize the new system by switching to a new system at the same time as development or by using it for a certain period of time. Users should be trained on and managed to change the way new systems are used and introduced. Support plan is the analysis teams establishes a support plan for the developed system. After implementation of the system, it should be understood that the requirements for the evaluation and system are modified. Next, we will leave the methodology of system development. A guideline or standardized approach to follow in order to implement the system development life cycle is called a methodology. System development methodologies include the structural, information engineering, and object-oriented methodologies. The difference in methodology depends on what part is emphasized to express the concept of system as the concept of data and process, the three elements that make up the methodology: model, tool, technology. That is next slide. Model. Model means a representation of real world from a specific point of view. Model in system development represents input, outputs, processes, data, object interactions, networks, locations, and devices. Most models are represented by diagrams and chart. Tool that helps you create models and produce the components you need for your project are called tools. Technology refers to guidelines that help analysts complete their system development work. This table is compare of methodology of system development. Plain side analysis, design steps, implementation steps, use easy and interesting. Structural methodology is feasibility analysis is achieved in plan stage. You are seeing these tables. Structural methodology is an easy to predict approach based on detailed planning and design. System related processing, that is, how to focus on the process first. But information engineering methodology is focused how to focus on data storage structure first. Design process based on data model at the center of the system concept. For example, ER model available. Object-oriented methodology is enclose the data and processes that operate on it in what are called objects. System analysis need to model real-world business processes or operations as object. Object-oriented analysis use object models to represent data and operations. Stage of system development. First step is system investigations, preliminary investigations and interviews. Next stage is system analysis, and then system design. Next, system implementation and test. Final step is usage and maintenance. Right side of this slide is a system development sequence. First, preliminary investigations. and input analysis and demand definition. That is complete system analysis. And then system design and program design. Next, programming and test debuggings. System investigation is steps to clearly identify the nature and scope of the problem mentioned in the system requirements. These steps divide into preliminary and basic surveys. First of all, preliminary investigation is determining whether it is feasible to develop the currently required system. If feasibility is recognized, the process goes to the basic investigation stage. And then basic survey. Investigating and analyzing the current system to study how to efficiently implement the new system. Office organization, work content, workload, processing procedure, information processing. Research method. Research method is composed of four ways. First, interview survey. That is how to face investigations. Research is a method of researching the prepared data with reference to laws, price tags, internal regulations, and academic information. Observation investigations. This is a method of investigating while checking the work process or performance in the field. Last method is survey or questionnaire. This is how to create a questionnaire and select a specific subject for investigation. System analysis is identifying, specifying the nature, function, and relevance of the problem to solve the problems. System analyze corporate environment surveys to develop flexible systems for changes in the environment. System analysis is conduct field surveys thoroughly. That is, research and analyze the functions and activities required by the company, and design a model using tools for functional analysis. Basic qualities of system analyst. First, creative ability for new perspectives. Ability to quickly identify time allocation and planning. Computer and software implementations. Ability to observe detailed elements from a macroscopic point of view. Ability to understand the environment of users and development requesters, and communication ability also needed. System analyst has conditions that when designing systems, it is necessary to accurately understand and analyze the purpose of the company and the problems raised by the company. It should be possible to analyze the company's conditions. System functional analysis and basic design must be possible. System operation and management techniques must be mastered. No. Computing skills and management techniques. System design. System design consists of two detailed design methods. One is basic design. The other is detailed design. Basic designs set up an overview of a new system with reference to the system investigations and functional analysis, and design a basic model considering hardware limitations, scope, and time. Include follow computerized overview design, design of input target, design of output target, file design, basic model design, design of test criteria, determination of hardware components, system development, operation, and plan setting. Detailed design, the processing procedure of each module in detail based on the basic designs. Detailed design including follows: code system design, input-output design, file structure design, design of logical processing procedure of each module, program guidelines. System implementation is a step of the writing the program directly based on the design document. Typically, a lot of time and manpower is spent at this stage. If the optimal design is done based on well-analyzed results, the implementation steps is only a simple coding procedure. Develop software through coding conforming to requirements specifications according to the design conforming to requirements specifications. This step is composed of unit tests and code inspection also conducted. Section 6, system test. The test of the complete system is divided into unit modules test, integration test to test the interface between modules, and field acceptance test applied to the field. Development processes such as system analysis, design, and implementation usually take a top-down approach. Steps to formally test the complete code to find errors. If an error occurs during this process, the error is immediately filled and corrected. The following tests are done. First, integration tests conducted by integrating modules. Second, system tests to verify the overall system operation. Number 3, acceptance tests that the user verifies in the field. Unit test is a procedure to verify that a specific module in the source code is working as intended. This test is writing test case is for all function and method. Integration test suppose that there is a module where receives the customer's name B. A receives the customer's name. B stores the content input by A. And C outputs the stored content again. It is a unit test that tests whether each of these modules works normally. And it is the integration test that collects them and checks the process of saving and printing them by entering a name. Next, acceptance test. Acceptance test is as a verification of user requirements processing. The user executes the requested function to check whether the function is performed correctly. And the system test is verification of all system operation. A confirmation of processing result of encryption and decryption data. System speed measurement through data processing time. And accurate data processing and success and failure rate. Check maximum load, recovery, and restart capability. Last step is system operation and maintenance. A long process of correcting errors that appear while using the software and developing additional functions according to environmental changes or customer needs. It is a step to improve the functions by compensating for problems that occur while operating the system in the actual field. However, if this process occurs repeatedly, it takes a lot of personal and money in the maintenance phase. We have finished the case of maintenance and after the maintenance contract is over, the contract has not been renewed and software is obsolete. We are studied identify the system development process in each stage of planning, analysis, design, and implementations. Understand system survey methods such as interview surveys, data surveys, field surveys, and surveys. Understand system analysis. Analyze the basic qualities an analyst must have for system analysis. The system analyst identifies the conditions that must be met when designing the system.